Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Stars Unscripted. It's so funny because I still want to be like, travel with the stars. Yeah, no. Stars Unscripted because we changed it. Here I am in my red that's clashing with my pink background. And today I am Jessica and Katie. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi. So I don't know about y'all, but I have been noticing a lot of great travel trends. And if you are out in Facebook world or YouTube world or wherever you are watching this and you're like, I haven't done anything yet for my vacation this year. Why not? You're late. You're late. But we want to, maybe you just can't decide. Maybe you don't know what you want to do. We want to talk about some of the trends. This is what we are noticing with our clients. We've talked to the other stars too. So let's get into it. Jess, what are you seeing this year?
I am seeing Disney cruises on all of the ships, not just the brand new one, which obviously is going to be very popular and we're very excited about. But I just booked 4 cabins on the Fantasy for 2026. So way far out. I mean, these people, they were on it. They were like, this is what we want. It's like a friend group. They're having like a friend reunion. But I've had a lot of requests for the Magic, the Wish, all of the DCL ships. You know, they're all so beautiful and so family friendly and wonderful. And that's what people want to do for their vacations. At least my people in my little corner of the world, that's what they want to do, which is pretty awesome.
That is, and it's so great. And you bring up a great point about booking into 2026 when they're on it and when you're ready to go. And Katie's nodding because she knows.
Yep.
As soon as those prices come out, that is the best they're going to be.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't go on sale.
Right. It's the best prices and it's the best cabin availability.
Yes.
I mean, they got to pretty much choose whichever cabins they wanted, and they wanted to all be in a row, and it was so easy to do.
That's
because of 2026, you know, so it's so
and then you can open up all the balconies.
Yeah, exactly.
How fun.
I know. I was like, can I go? Like, how fun is that?
So
yeah, when you plan that far in advance, you have plenty of time to figure out the pre-night flights. You've got time to pay for it. Like it's just easier.
Yes. When I was putting in their final payment date, I was like, when even is that? Like scrolling on my calendar, like to get to it. I was like, oh, okay, not till like next September.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys have time. Don't worry.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's such a great point. And I have seen a huge uptick in that as well. Katie, what are you seeing?
I'm also seeing a lot of cruises as well. And I did actually just have a booking for 2026 as well. Yeah. They're going up to New England, but the same sort of thing. Like they knew it was something they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. It's 2 cabins. They wanted to be next to each other. Like they knew what they wanted. So great. Like let's plan it now. And it was easy to get cabins next to each other. Like you said, that was great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why wait? Like if you know that's what you want to do, go ahead and contact your travel advisor now. Like, you know, lock in those prices.
Exactly. And in most cases, if you're worried, like, oh, well, what if something comes up with work? Your deposit is refundable. I'm sorry. Not non-refundable. So you can get it back. That's the beauty of it. Right. If something happens, or we can move it. So Katie, any other destinations? Canada, New England is a really huge.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm excited to sail that eventually. But on the other side of America, sailing up to Alaska, that's huge right now. Like, I just went to Alaska. I love it. And let's all go.
That is still on my bucket list. That's one place I haven't been. Although literally 5 minutes before this call, I just got off the phone with somebody about an Alaskan cruise wanting to go next year. And guys, if you're wanting to go in 2025, availability is already getting limited. I mean, this is when Alaska starts to sell out for next year, because remember, you can only cruise it like April through October-ish. And early it's kind of cold and late it gets kind of cold. Katie, how was the weather for you when you just went?
I thought it was comfortable, but it was cool. It was definitely cool. It rained, I think only one of our days.
Oh, okay.
But we went in end of July, beginning of August. I mean, it was hoodie weather, like it's not warm.
All right. Y'all can go without me because this Florida girl's already nervous about this weekend. I'm going to freeze. Oh my gosh.
Our Floridians have been chatting with us and they're like, I'm in a parka. I'm so cold. It's 50 degrees. Oh.
Jen, it was 39 degrees when I woke up this morning. I'm sorry. That's not acceptable around
Okay,
here.
that is 39 is
cold.
objectively cold. I do feel for you at 39.
Thank
Katie's
you.
nodding.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
bundle up this
freezing here.
weekend. It's cold.
Yeah, it was 25 here today.
Yeah, horrible.
No.
So cold. And like the
Wrong.
real feel was like 5 or something.
5. Yeah, and Katie's up in Butler and she got more snow than me.
Yes. Yeah. Schools had 2-hour delays today. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all
was
can go to Alaska without me. I have fun.
Jess prefers the balmier weather of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Or, dare I say, because I did this cruise last year, and I know we keep talking about cruises, but guys, I don't think we can stress enough.
Yeah.
That's what people, I don't know if this is like revenge cruising still left over from
Probably.
COVID.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get on a cruise ship. No, I'm revenge cruising.
Right.
But the Med, the amount of people I have, like, I want to cruise the Med.
Yeah.
And I know Katie and I have both done it. Jess, I
Mhm.
don't think you've cruised the Med yet.
I've never been to Europe. It's on
Yes.
my list. It's a
Yes.
sore subject, but it's on my list. I'm going. I don't know when, but
But you will.
I will. And thank goodness I'm very well connected, and I'll have all the
Yeah.
questions when I do.
And
I
a great
will have-
a great way to see Europe
Yeah.
is cruising.
Right.
Because-
And that's probably how I would want to do it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can
Yeah.
see so many different places. You only unpack once and you get a taste for all these different cities or cultures or countries. And if you find one you really love, great, then maybe you want to plan to spend a week there in the future. Or if not, you've at least hit like hopefully the main sites. I mean, Rome in a day is a little crazy, but I've done it. That's what I did. So I hope to get back. But if I don't make it back to Rome, at least I have seen like what I wanted to see in Rome. So like I feel good about that.
Yeah. That's a great point, Katie. And to your point, you mentioned Rome. Rome is such a hotspot for a beginning Mediterranean cruise. And when I'm telling you next summer, like if you are looking to, or if you haven't booked a pre-night stay yet, you're late. Plus it's the Pope's Jubilee next year.
Yeah.
So
Great.
it's crazy. It's going to be bananas in Rome.
Yes.
But fun. I mean, you're still going to have great. And Katie is one of our resident European experts. She has traveled so extensively. She's been to so many countries in Europe.
I like
It's
it.
But I think my favorite thing was after her first DCL in Europe, she came off and she was like, that was like the best.
It was. It was. It really, it just was the best.
Yeah.
Disney cruising is great for adults. It's just me and my husband. We love it. I mean, it's so fun. And
It really is.
the cast members are just so great. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, they interact with you and they genuinely like care about you and make you feel at home. We cruise with my great aunt. I mean, she loves them. She makes friends with all the cast members. She sees them up in the morning for coffee and, like that's just like her routine. So it's just fun. You feel so well taken care of. So it's the perfect vacation. You don't have anything to worry about.
Well, and you don't have to worry, like you're visiting new destinations. You don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, because they drop you off at a port. You get an excursion, right?
Right.
So regardless of where it is.
You don't have to worry about like, where are you going to stay? Is this a good part of town? Or do I have to take the metro like 30 minutes to get to the city center? Like, oh my gosh, because that is overwhelming. I mean, I like to travel Europe land, but cruising is just so much easier. That's why Ben and I keep doing it. Can't stop.
So again, hot travel trend, cruising and Europe in general. And I will say that in general, because I'm also like, I know I'm also seeing requests for land-based vacations and whatnot.
Mhm.
But so far we've got Disney Cruise, which is hot. And I think the big thing to say is we have another new ship coming next year.
Yeah.
And then also the adventure coming out of oh my God, I just blanked. Heather's yelling at me right now, wherever she is. Singapore. I was about to say Singapore, but I'm like, am I wrong?
Singapore. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Singapore.
Yeah.
And then even after that, we have some coming up. And I'm so excited to be sharing treasure videos and pics next week because I am being hosted on the Disney Treasure starting next Thursday. So you guys can see what all there is to offer. But keep in mind, we have a lot of great cruise partners. And, in Alaska, they all sail it. Now, Disney just does round trip, but if you want to add a great land excursion, that is kind of a hot to trot thing too. If you want to do part cruise, part land, Princess has the best parking spots in Alaska, but Royal Caribbean has a fantastic product. Norwegian has a good product. So lots of.
And Virgin Voyages just started sailing summer of 2026. They're doing round trips, and I booked one.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you are the one, you go on those a lot, right? Like you really love Virgin Voyages?
This
Katie?
will be my third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see all your pictures when you go and I'm like, oh my God, I have to book one. Like my husband and I really want to go. So you encourage me to go. We're looking at booking it.
Yeah. I think you guys would like it.
Yeah.
So much fun. Yeah. So in addition, I think the other thing that I've started to see a lot of, and I don't know if you guys have heard a lot of buzz about this too, is other bucket list destinations. Seeing people ask for things like Morocco or Abu Dhabi or we just had one that came in for Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. And not just Bali, which, like also.
Right.
Which obviously beautiful tropical destination. But so people I feel like are, and African safaris. We've seen a huge uptick in African safari requests. So all things that we can do. But I do think, again, the biggest hot ticket right now is cruising.
But interesting you brought up about the bucket list destinations because I've recently been thinking about that and I guess I'm trendy.
Look at you.
Who knew? But I was thinking like, sure, we love cruising and we're going to keep cruising, but cruising is something we can do even when we're much older. Absolutely. So I was thinking there are some of these places that I want to get to like now or, soon while I don't have major health issues and I can walk a long time and I could do the wake up at 4 a.m. if it means I have to catch an excursion bus that leaves like at 5 a.m. for something. Because there will be a point in my life, because I'm getting close to that point, that I don't want to do that. But I still do that. And so I was
get there faster than we like to think, Katie.
Yes. And I was looking at Adventures by Disney because, oh my gosh, their Egypt Adventure by Disney is for sure on my bucket list. I'm definitely doing that. I looked at their Morocco one, also amazing. Totally going to do that. China, definitely want to do China with them as well. So it just like started this whole, it was Egypt. I started with Egypt. I know I want to do Egypt. Ben suggested for my 40th. Okay, great. Let's look at Adventures by Disney. And then I was like, oh my gosh, they go everywhere. And like now I want to go everywhere with them.
And it makes it like a cruise on land because they're handling your luggage. They're like, you don't have to worry about your itinerary. You're not in a seedy part of town. You like that. I think that is the only way I want to do Egypt, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done other ones.
And like language barriers, like that, that stresses me out. That's part of why I like to go to Europe, because even if you're in a country that, their language is German, most of them still speak English. Or enough English is around that you can easily get by. It's not a problem at all.
Agreed.
But like China, like that, I have no clue anything about the Chinese language or how to read it. So
yeah, well, it's a whole different animal from the Latin-based languages. So
Adventure by Disney, I'm doing that eventually.
Yeah, absolutely, Jessica. What's on your bucket list?
Well, so I had one bucket list. I've actually already crossed it off, and that was Disneyland. When I went 2 summers ago now,
That's right.
that was my number one destination was Disneyland, and my countdown is less than 30 days, and I will be back. So I'm so excited. So, and I'm bringing my husband, and it's his first time going. So we're doing 3 days in the park, 4 days there. It's our 10th wedding anniversary, so that's what we're doing to
What a
celebrate.
magical way to
Yeah.
celebrate.
So that was my bucket list, but now it's Italy. I have to
That's
go to Italy. I took Italian in high school knowing that one day I wanted to go to Italy. Like that's how serious I am about it, and I just haven't gotten there yet. So I speak a little Italian.
Enough to get by, and that's all you need.
Definitely enough to get by. Yeah, for sure.
You speak more than me, I'll tell you that much, because I can get by. I do well in France because I took French and I kind of kept up with it. But
right.
Yeah, when I go down to Italy, I'm like, I really hope everyone's speaking some English. I know how to ask for the bathroom. I learned enough to like order. So but that's so much fun. Definitely highly recommend Italy. It's so great. And that is another travel trend. And it has been actually for probably about 2 to 3 years now. This year being, I mean, Katie's nodding her head. There's so many people just asking for Italy. And what did I almost forget? Greece.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a lot of requests last summer for Greece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots. Yeah. We have a great vendor there too who can help put together, like he helps us because he's in destination. He lives in Greece. So we, communicate with him. Or of course, certain cruise lines will port in Greece in multiple locations. But there's so many islands, so many things to think about with that. So one last thing that I'm thinking, unless you guys think of something else, river cruising. I'm seeing an uptick, and I know maybe not your clientele, but I'm seeing an uptick in people wanting to do the river cruises, which much like Katie's nodding, because much like an ocean cruise, you're seeing more of the internal parts of countries. So like up the Danube, up the Rhine, in Christmas markets. Like right now, people are cruising and seeing Christmas markets. That is a bucket list for me. I need to go to Christmas markets in Germany. I need to do it.
They're amazing. I miss them. We were there for the past 2 years and we're not there this year for them. And I feel like I'm missing out.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll get back there.
But with river cruising, also the same thing. You only unpack once, like
one time.
My mom just did Alaska cruise with us. I think she had sailed a long time ago before then, but basically this was her first cruise really. And she loved it. Like they're already looking at more cruises because the unpacking once thing, she just can't get over that. And she even brought up river cruising sometime. She was like, that would be a great way to see Europe because I only have to unpack once. And she's right.
That's cute. And it's true. It's just such an easy way to travel. So
yeah. Well, and Katie, you bring up a good point. Like cruising is so great for multi-generational vacations. Like we just did a Disney cruise with my in-laws, and so we had 3 generations on that cruise.
Oh,
and it was amazing. Here, watch our kids. We're gonna go to the hyperspace bar. We'll be back. So that was super fun. But it's true though. There's something for everyone on cruises, and so they are great for those multi-generational vacations.
Yeah, that's a great point. It really is. I've definitely sent a lot of people on I did a multi-gen cruise for a family last year who went to it was a Mediterranean cruise. They did Barcelona to Rome.
Oh,
probably. I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
See, that one I would do. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Then you could just spend extra time in Rome.
Yes, exactly.
So definitely plan on the front end and the back end so that you're gone for a while.
Right.
Oh gosh. Well, if you are interested in any bucket list destinations, any cruises, DCL, ladies have done lots of different things. They're capable of helping you with pretty much anything. And if for some reason they can't, one of our stars definitely can, and they'll make sure that they get you in touch with the right person. But let's tell everybody where they can find you. So Jess, where can they find you?
So I am on Instagram at passholderprincess21, or you can email me, jessicaL@uponastartravel.com.
Awesome. And Katie.
I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Upon a Star Katie. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And email me, katie@uponastartravel.com.
Awesome. And you can follow Upon a Star Travel at Upon a Star Travel in all of the destinations, all of the places. Visit us, learn more about these ladies on our agent page at uponastartravel.com. And you can read all about them and see some of their adventures. But in the meantime, we're going to be coming back at you probably about every other week here, especially over the holidays. But follow along this weekend because the three of us plus a whole bunch of other stars are descending on Disney World this weekend.
Disney World better watch out. They got to get ready.
There's going to be some epic content coming. I don't know if it's ready for us.
I don't know if it's ready, but it needs to be because some of them are already here.
Some of that, it's already started.
It's already started.
So it's going to be really fun. But thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. Thank you to the audience for joining. There's a whole new world of travel out there to explore. We're here to help you find it and those hot travel trends. So we'll see you real soon, guys. Bye.
Hi.